What's up, you guys? Darty here from Dark Cloud Yugioh. I hope you guys had a great New Year and had a great holiday season. In this video, I'm going to be introducing a new video series. It's going to be a discussion series where I talk about different things, how Yu-Gi-Oh impacts real life. But I know that sounds really weird, but I'll get on that in a second. I really haven't made a lot of videos because with the holiday season and with it just being the end of the year, I've been really focusing on just trying to get my life together. And now that finally things are starting to go my way, I feel like I could start making content. And one of the contents I wanted to make was a discussion series. Not about the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game in general, but how Yu-Gi-Oh! Has impacted me in real life in just different ways. And so I figured for the first episode I would be talking about is why do I play Yu-Gi-Oh! And what impacts me in the current real world. So right now, Yu-Gi-Oh's in a really funny place. It's really hard to make money because everything's dirt cheap and most people want to play card games to make money, which honestly you can't blame them because who doesn't like making money, especially in a hard trying period. But at the same time, I feel like you have to pick and choose your battles because I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh to make money. I play it because I enjoy it. A little bit about me, I've been playing the Yu-Gi-Oh TCG for over 20 years. I started playing when I was 8 or 9 when I was in 3rd grade. I'm 33, so that's definitely over 20 years. I've met a lot of cool people. I've also met some bad people, but there's just several different reasons why, and I figured just making a video series about how Yu-Gi-Oh impacts real life would be very interesting because Yu-Gi-Oh has helped me a lot in real life, and I want to see how it's helped other people in real life. So I'm just kind of gonna be talking a lot about, I guess, how Yu-Gi-Oh's helped me in real life because I'm trying to get more content out with it being the new year and a lot of things finally going my way, I guess. I figured this fun discussion series would be a cool one. I'm not going to be posting videos on it all the time. It's going to be whenever stuff's, I guess, on my mind. So as I said, we're going to be talking about Yu-Gi-Oh and why I play it. So for the longest time, I just could not find anything, I guess, to make me happy and just make me very content, I guess, because all I did was work, sleep, and hang out with friends. Even when I'd hang out with my friends, we'd go out for nature walks and all that, but I'd always find that missing piece of wanting to do something, and that was Yu-Gi-Oh! And that was just because I missed the puzzle aspect of where you put yourself in situations where your opponent tries to outthink you, or you try to outthink your opponent. It's like a mental game of chess. And I've always enjoyed it because it's always been a nice stimulation for my mind. But also another big factor as you get older, like I said, I'm 33, and I'm sure most people watching these videos, or just most people who play Yu-Gi-Oh! Are well past their 20s and 30s. Because the nostalgia factor is, I remember when I first started watching Yu-Gi-Oh! I was in, 4th grade when I first started playing. They were at the end of Duelist Kingdom. It was when Yugi was playing against Kaiba when they were trying to get into the kingdom. And Kaiba was like, hey, if you attack me, I'm going to jump off and you're going to kill me. And everyone knows what happened after that. But yeah, I had Pokemon cards at the time. I remember the school year had just started, so I was using Pokemon cards to pretend to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's when I ended up getting the first 2 Kaiba and Yugi structure decks. And then there were some, randomly they were at a Kohl's, but I also had some Metal Raiders packs, and then at the time I remember seeing Magic Ruler before it came Spell Ruler, Pharaoh's Servant, and I think that's about where Yu-Gi-Oh! Was at the time. I'm not 100% sure, but what's kept me coming back to it is friends, which is the next subject I'm going to be talking about and of why I play. Is over the past 20 years, I have met a lot of people playing Yu-Gi-Oh! So, in the 20 years I've been playing, for the first, I would say 8 or 9, they were just a bunch of children. Not children, but when we were children, we'd play the Battle City rules, just summon monsters, make just goofy, I just called them, show decks, where you just made crazy, my finger's cracked, I'm sorry. But anyway, you made crazy decks that were based on the show, or at least that's what I did. And I'm sure other people did too, because that's what some of my friends did, and just little children around the area, and we all played cards. And then some of my friends at the time told me that Toys R Us was having tournaments, which they were. So at that time, Toys R Us stopped having tournaments when I started to get into it. And when I looked online, there was actually a local card shop about a 10-minute walk right up the road. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I can just walk there. So that's what I ended up doing, was walking to this local tournament when it was nice weather. And so that was in 2008 to 2009. That's when Synchros had just came out. I think Crossroads of Chaos, I think that was the pack with Black Rose, because I started in late November. That's when I guess Teledead was at its full power, because I remember Plague Spider Zombie with it was just obnoxious. But eventually my local shut down like 6 months later because one of the owners stole money from another owner. So then it was hard to just play Yu-Gi-Oh in general, because I mean I had no source to play Yu-Gi-Oh. But then one of my friends I met from my locals at the time, we hung out and I still played the game, and then at the time my little brother played it. And then so that's what kept me going into my youth, and then as I was able to drive, I found more locals. But now going into like 2026, with how much money I guess you don't make off of Yu-Gi-Oh, you have to choose your reason why you play. And like I said, because of just how much friends I made, I also play. But at the same time, there's people who I've met who I thought were my friends that I'm like, oh, guess we're not homies. So it's just, Yu-Gi-Oh teaches you like different values on friendships, because there are people who value you and just they enjoy doing stuff with you, and like outside of cards. Like I remember times me and my friends would go out for walks, talk about deck building, just because like it would help us clear our brains, and then we'd come back and it would just go so much better. And then there were friends who would just use me for cards, but I'm sure everybody's went through that. So currently I don't think I'm ever gonna stop playing Yu-Gi-Oh. I remember when I made this channel, I can't even tell you guys when I made this channel. I used to make YouTube channels back in like 2008, 2009. My first YouTube name I remember was Lord Merrick 23, because I love Merrick Ishtar. And all I did was like deck profiles. Online trading was a big thing. So moving forward with this channel, I'm still going to do a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. I'm not sure how I'm going to be doing it, but I'm going to be posting content on this channel when I can. So please be patient. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please enjoy the new year. Take care of each other, and I'll see you guys around.